Hello, test 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is the mic working? Can you hear me? Two, can you hear me now? Hello, 1, 2, can you hear me? All right, I can't hear anything coming from the... All right, I can't hear anything coming from the computer, so I am... Oh, it's loud? Sorry, hold on. I can't hear anything coming from the computer right now, so... How is the volume now? Volume good now? Is the volume good now? Well, someone said it was loud, so I turned it down, but... Second delay. Wait, hold on. Let me... Did I put that much of a delay on here? No, it should be an ultra low. It should be an ultra low. It's on very low right now. Oi, what? I can't hear anything. Wow. When you can't monitor this thing, it's a lot tougher. Okay. I can't. All right. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, and possibly what this is. Look, I know. Can't hear. I cannot hear. I'm on a new setup right now, so it's a little bit difficult. I'm on a new setup. Okay. It may be peaking. Let me see. How about now? Is it a little better? Is it a little better? I'm using a new mic here for the stream, so it's a little bit sensitive. It's a little bit sensitive, maybe. I do have it low. I feel like I have the volume lowered a bit. The last change help? Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Because if I touch it anymore, it's probably going to mess up. Okay, let me just check a few more things here. Monitor and output. Why is it not? I cannot hear this. Just had to reset it. Okay. Okay, one more thing. Yes, the secret menu. The secret menu is here. Reset. I need to reset. Nope. Nope. I just need to reset. Reset. Where's the reset button? Nope. That's the reset button. Oh, it's not reset. Okay, close that out. Close that out. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. All right. Okay, finally we're up. Finally we're up. Okay. All right, everyone. Sorry for the scuff at the beginning. It's I'm on my laptop right now, so the only way I can do this is through a laptop, and it's very messy. I'll show you my setup on Twitter later. It's not great. It's not great, but I'm trying to make do with what I can. So I can't have the fancy mic here. I have like a lav on me. But anyway, welcome guys. So introductions, names, Haruka Itsumi. I'm an NPC scientist, and welcome to a essentially test cooking stream. But this is something I kind of wanted to try. I did try a test cooking stream before. It was a spicy noodle thing, but this is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be about actual baking, so this might be a little bit longer, and the setup on my side anyway is going to be a little bit more complicated. I did have a couple of recipes I wanted to try for pineapple cake. So there's the normal pineapple cake, which is like slap everything together and then bake it. I'm more than likely going to do that. But there's also a different pineapple cake I want to try. Let me see if I can bring the picture up. This thing. I want to try and make this thing. I want to try and make this thing, but this pineapple cake takes a long time to make. Well, I wouldn't say long time, but the jam part takes about an hour, and then you have another hour to cool it down. So I might get started on that, and if we have time to finish that, I will finish it. But I'm gonna get started on this one and do the normal pineapple cake afterwards. But anyway, let me get my camera set up so we can get started, and let me get the recipe. Let me get the recipe for this pineapple cake up so that you can follow along if you want to. And just grab that. Okay. Okay, OBS, please work with me. Please work with me. Not this one. This one. This is the recipe I'll be using. And let me get the camera up. Should be up. Okay, let me just actually show it on this side. Where is my camera? So many cameras. And then I'm gonna move. Gotta move this way, and shrink down a bit. Let's shrink down a little bit. Okay, recipe, you're gonna have to go down. You're gonna have to go below me, all right? My head is getting covered. Right there. All right. Okay. Okay, so pineapple cake. I think the whole reason why we even started this is because there was talk about pineapple cake a couple of weeks ago in Twitter. It's like, you know, why not? Let's do this. Oh, hey, you can see my hand. Hello, hello, people. Hello. Okay. Let me get the pan heated because I got to start with that first. So hold on. All right, so to start with, we have a can of pineapple right here. Can of pineapple. We're going to use about half of this to make the jam for the pineapple cake I showed earlier. So I got to drain this first, otherwise it's going to take forever and a half to boil off. So it's going to be really thick. It's going to be thick. But But how's everyone doing today? I'm glad you guys can make it. This is a bit complicated setup. Oh boy, cords are everywhere. But basically right now, all I'm doing is opening this. Oh geez, that is a lot of crushed pineapples. I didn't realize that. I'm supposed to drain this thing. Let me just show you what I'm seeing here. Wait, let's see. It looks thick already. I'm not sure I'm supposed to drain that, but what am I streaming on? What do you mean? Why am I streaming? I'm streaming on OBS. I'm using OBS to stream. Anyway, I'm gonna try my best to drain this thing. It doesn't seem like there's any liquid. I mean, there's some, but okay, no, it's draining a little bit. It's draining a little bit. Ay. I can hear it. I can hear it drain. So, test 1, 2, hello. I think we're back. I don't know why, but the interface likes to disconnect on the laptop. I got the laptop plugged in. Not sure why it likes to disconnect though, despite all that. But I think should be back. Hopefully we're back. Let's see. For some reason the interface disconnected from the laptop. I'm not exactly sure why, but anyway, this is why we start early. Otherwise, we're gonna run into lots of problems and not know how to deal with it. Okay. As far as the image quality, it says on my end that it's doing okay, but I know randomly when I watch other streams, it will lower and then go back up again. Not sure why, but anyway, if I was doing this for myself, the pineapple baking thing, I would have started on this jam last night. If I knew it was going to take this long to drain the darn thing. Hey, that's a lot of juice stuck in those pineapples. Haruka Ramsey. I would like to think I'm a little bit better temperament than Ramsey. And I don't know if Ramsey can bake. I know he can cook. I don't know if he can bake though. Who's the baking person? Leah, you are not an idiot sandwich. You are not an idiot sandwich. That is a lot of juice. I'm trying to drain this. That's a lot of juice for what looks like. Okay, I know you can't see it, but that's how much juice we squeezed out so far in that amount of pineapples. And I still need to squeeze as much as possible so that when this gets into the pan, it's not going to take forever to thicken. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have started this last night. Alright, how much longer am I going to have to press this thing? There's still a decent amount of juice left, but you know what? I don't think I've actually, now that I think about it, I haven't seen any cooking streams. I know they exist. But maybe a little bit of research would have helped. Oh wow, this is actually getting quite fibrous. Pineapple cakes, man. When was the last time I had pineapple cake? I think it might have been last year. Actually, no, earlier this year. There's a bakery that I go to sometimes next to the Asian market around here. I usually go grab their egg tarts just because I'm an addict for egg tarts. Yeah, the thing about cooking and baking streams, from what I've seen anyway, at least for VTuber stuff, not many people do it live, and the ones that do have like super zoomed in cameras, I understand why. It's also the reason why I'm wearing gloves right now. And then there's some people that just do like photographs throughout the way. Ooh, that's looking quite. I think this is almost ready. I know some people are comfortable being on camera while doing this kind of thing, but you know, it's a bit of an issue if the camera flips, and my camera has no chance of flipping because it is bolted down onto the tripod. But I think this is good. You want to eat this pineapple, this mushed up, drained pineapple? You know what? I actually let me give this a try. Let me give this a try. It's pineapple without juice. It is very difficult. You know what though? I think this is almost ready. I think this is almost ready. I'm gonna go ahead and dump that into the pot, and that can start drying out. So let me move this over here. And I'll adjust the camera in a bit. I need to get this thing in first. Oh wow, something tells me it needs a little liquid in there, otherwise it's gonna burn. What else do I need? Sugar, honey, flour. It sounds like I need a little liquid in here. Honey and sugar. I didn't measure the dry ingredients out yet, so that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, if I wasn't doing avatar stuff, this might be easier, but no, it would still actually be equally tough, just because space-wise and the configuration of this kitchen does not help me one bit. Let me see if I can adjust the camera. Woo! I probably should just take off the... I should probably just take off my earphones because I can't hear anything anyway. That's easier to move. All right. Whoa. I don't know if the microphone is picking up the cooking. The pineapple cooking, but it's gonna get a little bit more hot here in a bit. Actually, should I put the sugar and stuff right now? Oh no, that seems too high. That seems too high. I'm on medium heat. Why are you burning? I think I need more pineapples, but that's like half the can already. Yeah, that's half the can already. I need to save the other half for later. Dope. This way, camera this way. Some little cooking ASMR. Little cooking ASMR. I think that's good. All right, I need to get sugar and honey. What else do I need? AP flour. AP flour's later. AP flour's later. Just sugar and honey for now. All right, 130 grams of sugar. I haven't measured it out yet. Okay, the sugar is solidified. Come on. We're at 80. 100. That's a lot of sugar, actually. If you find this too much, like I said, I haven't made this before, so that's going to be new for me also. But I feel like 130 grams of sugar for filling. I know jam filling is supposed to be sweet, but that might be a little bit too much, even for me. Honey, where is my honey? Oh, honey's over here. Honey's over here. Okay, camera down here. Come on. It's funny, I have my camera on. Honey is 30 grams. Sugar is 130. Sugar is 130. But you know what? We can adjust it. We can adjust it. It's okay. I don't like using honey. It's too thick. It's way too thick. And I don't know, I feel like the flavor might be a little bit too strong. There are certain honeys I like that are a little bit more diluted. Oh no. Should I dump this in there? Should I dump this in there? It feels a little bit too much. I feel like I need to mix in a little pineapple juice and I feel like I need to add a little pineapple juice to get this mixed in, but maybe that's a bad idea also. The recipe says this is supposed to be thick. Okay. I feel like I'm messing up already. Ah! Oh my gosh, honey's too thick. I don't like honey. You know what? There's still a little bit of honey in the cup. I don't think it's gonna matter at this point. It's just, I think it's just normal clover honey. It's just normal clover honey. Right now I'm at not quite medium low, but not quite medium heat. Okay, mic is back, mic is back. If you didn't hear me earlier because of the mic going out, it is clover honey, as far as I can tell. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour in the mix to thicken it up. Yeah, so whenever you can't hear me, I'm gonna try to keep talking. But if you start not hearing me, let me know. Because I can't see the, what do you call it? I can't see the sound meters too easily from where I'm at right now. This is actually looking better, yes. I'm surprised. I'm quite surprised. I'm gonna keep it at a lower heat because you don't want to burn the sugar. And supposedly this process takes an hour of mixing and monitoring. So I don't think we want to watch that too often, like too much, like for too long. But it's not quite thick yet. It's gonna have to go through a few more steps before it gets really, really thick. I'm gonna see if I can increase the heat to medium. Hopefully it doesn't burn it. But while we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and check some questions that were submitted through Curious Cat and see if I can answer them. If I can get to the questions. Ah! Okay, where are the questions? Where are the questions? Hello. Where art thou? Okay. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised that it's looking good so far. I was worried since the pineapple was pretty much dry that that it wasn't going to come together, but as soon as the sugar and honey went in, we good. Just gotta make sure it doesn't burn, but apparently this part takes an hour, so I'm gonna go and answer some questions while I'm at it. Let's see, where are my questions? There we go. Alright, so for the first question, we are going to answer the most controversial topic. This is probably the most controversial topic ever. So I'm just curious, guys. How many of you like pineapple on pizza? Just a show of hands. I'm curious how many people like pineapple on pizza. Ooh. It's bubbling quite nicely. Oh wow. You know what? This might actually work. This might actually work. It just needs to get really, really thick. Because if I use this as is, that's going to be too syrupy for the pineapple cake once we get to it. No for pineapple on pizza. Yes on pineapple on pizza. Hey Sky, welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone to the stream. Sorry if I didn't catch your names earlier, especially since when I was trying to troubleshoot the mic, and we're still having mic issues intermittently. So let me know if you can't hear me, because I'll try to keep talking. If you can't hear ambient noise, then it's probably a good sign that the mic went out, and I just need to be told about it. Ooh, that's actually looking nice. Just pain in the butt to make, but this is looking nice. Well, when you make this thing, it's not meant to be done all in one day. You can. Apparently you can make this all in one day. It's just, apparently the recipe recommends making the jam the night before so that when you're ready to actually use the jam itself, it's completely cooled and easy to handle. Otherwise, you're going to burn yourself. And you're going to burn the... dough that you're working with. No pineapple pizza, don't order it. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, you can put whatever the heck you want on pizza. Dessert pizzas exist for a reason. Even the really cheap pizza chains, dessert pizzas exist for a reason. And if you think about it, pizza is basically a flatbread. Not really a flatbread, but it's bread with stuff on it. You put Nutella on bread, so why won't you put like pineapple on bread? Okay, no, actually that does sound weird. Pineapple on bread. Pineapple bread though. Pineapple hamburger bread. I think pineapple on hamburgers work well. So why doesn't pineapple on pizza work well? Yeah, the overnight ingredients thing. It's more like planning ahead rather than doing everything at once. Because I've seen some shows, some cooking shows, where a lot of times when they do catering and stuff, they don't cook everything day of. They prep a lot of stuff, maybe even pre-cook part-cook some of the ingredients, and then put it together. Ramen's also one of those things. You cook the eggs ahead of time. You might cook the chashu also ahead of time. If you think about it, you don't cook every single chashu right away, though probably is best, but it still needs to go through quite a bit of prep. So from a restaurant standpoint, or even a bakery standpoint, just commercial cooking in general, it makes sense to prep what you can ahead of time, and then when you're ready to put it together, as long as it doesn't degrade the quality of the product. Yeah? You would like pineapple on pizza if you like pineapple in general. That is fair. If you don't like pineapple in general, then that's it's fair that you might not like pineapple on pizza. But I think it's just the idea of some people thinking fruit on pizza when you're used to seeing pepperoni and all this other salty, savory stuff. Why would you do that? And I'm like, as long as you cut the pineapple into tiny little chunks and not put a whole freaking slice on it, we're fine, right? We're fine. Okay, is this thick enough? No. We still have a lot more liquid to go through. I'm at medium heat. I don't want to increase it too much, otherwise we're going to burn this thing. But it is holding together quite well. I gotta keep an eye on this unless it burns and we start getting smoke here. That would be bad. We do have another half of can of pineapple if we wanted to do that as a backup. But I don't want to waste ingredients if possible. Oh, this is getting thick. It's not super thick yet. It needs to be super thick. We're not there yet. Ooh. Maybe I should get the mic closer here. Let's see. Let's get the mic closer. Does that work for ASMR? Is that good ASMR? I can't hear it, so I'm gonna have to listen to it later. Cooking ASMR, yeah. Personally, I think it's the best ASMR. Better than board scratching and all that other stuff. It's getting there. It's almost getting there. How long have we been at this? Almost 30 minutes already? Really? It's already been 30 minutes? Okay, this needs to be thick enough to where it's hard for me to pull, or at least it all comes together. Maybe about 10-15 more minutes. This should be almost done. It does look very jellied at this point, though. I just wonder if it needs to be more jellied. Okay. Well, let's get a little bit more of the ASMR going, huh? Let's see. Let's get a bit more of the ASMR going. All right, thank you, Robin, for dropping by. I'll see you later. We're gonna keep making this as we go. It's getting thick now. It's getting thick. I wonder how much thicker this can get, actually. I guess we'll find out in 10 minutes, because it's still going. It's still going. I keep an eye on this. Let's see. See if I can do another question here. But, to sum it all up, pineapple pizza, I'm okay with it. I got nothing against pineapple on pizza. Let's see. Let's go with this one. All right. So, do you sleep well? I got some random questions in the box. Some a little bit more random than others. I would put this into one of the random questions. There might be some concern in there too. Though I have noticed not just VTubers, but streamers in general. Thank you for that. I just noticed it. Let me see. I need the timestamp on my side, so I. Okay, it's only been like a minute or two. That's not too bad. All right, but yeah. Okay, so sleep schedules probably a lot easier to keep if you have a job or school to hold down. I wonder if this is too much already. Is this too much? It looks like candy at this point. But it's not quite too thick. Well, it's thick. If you look at this. I feel like that might be almost enough. Maybe. Maybe I could go further and dry this out a bit more. Though I see the sugar sticking around the edges of the pan. I think let's see, how much time? Let's give this at least 5 to 10 more minutes and we'll probably call it done at that point, because I think this is thick enough. I feel like this is thick enough. If it's not, well, it's a first try. We don't need to get this perfect. That's for other times. But this does look pretty thick already. The only thing I'm worried about is it burning, but I don't think it's gotten to that point, though it is looking like the chunks in there are quite visible. So they're probably not as cooked down as I'd like them to be. Sleeps easier when you have Violent Squad leader ready to suplex you upon sleeping in. I bet. Oh crap. Wah! Okay. Oh, a bit of the pineapple jam thing got out of the pan, so I tried to put it back, and now it tastes like caramel candy. Oh. No flavor. Or at least I can't tell because it's too hot. I think that's pretty much done. If it goes any further, I feel like it's going to solidify. It might actually solidify once it starts cooling down, though. I think that's good. I think that's good. Hot. Hot. The honey, though, is overpowering any pineapple flavor, so I can't even call this pineapple jam anymore. It's like honey jam. The pineapple flavor is mostly gone. But that might change once it cools down. We'll find out. Alright, I'm gonna transfer it to a glass container and put it in the fridge. Would be ideal for slow cooling, but since we're kind of trying to do this all in one day, I'm gonna put it in the freezer. Hopefully it doesn't crack the glass. That will be bad. My tongue is fine, though it was it did cool down pretty fast. That bottom is very brown. I think the pineapple cakes I've seen before don't have the jam quite this brown. It looked more yellow. I'm not sure because of that's food color or something like that. It could be. But it doesn't look like a lot, but it probably also don't need a whole lot when you make the cakes, so. Alright, I need to find a place for this. Alright. Alright, this is going in the freezer to cool down for at least 30 minutes or so, maybe an hour. Let's see, what time is it? 57. All right, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. All right, freezer it goes. Okay, that part is done. The filling is done. We just need to cool it down. So now I need to make not batter. What is this? Well, it's technically a batter, but like a shortcake portion. Yeah, it's kind of like a shortcake. The pastry portion. There we go. It's called the. So I'm gonna need to make the pastry portion. Gonna need to get the food processor. Now I can actually use my hands and do this, but the food processor will be faster and more even. So let me grab the ingredients first before we start. I'm done. $125 grams of flour. That's gonna be a lot of flour. Also, I do not have milk powder. I do not have milk powder, so instead of milk powder, I'm going to be using protein powder. The same thing, right? Protein powder for milk powder. This way, it's milk whey protein. It should work. I feel like it should work. As far as my personal sleep, though, my personal sleep is all right for the most part. I usually try to get 6 hours. each day, though sometimes it doesn't feel enough. A lot of times it doesn't feel enough. Okay, camera, how do I work with you? How do I work with you? Zoom in. Maybe you be this far. All right, so let's start with the flour first. 1 to 25 grams. So if you look for the original recipe of this online, the measurements are going to be different, but that's because I scaled it down to half. Okay, 98. 137, I'll take it. 137 is fine. 137 is fine. And then sugar, 30 grams. Not a whole lot of sugar in the pastry itself. You don't want too much sugar in the pastry. Unless, of course, you want the pastry to be like really sweet, but that's up to you. Less is more, especially when you're making like Asian type desserts. All right. This sugar, okay, can't really see it. Okay, that should be enough. I overshot it a little bit, 35 grams, but you're not gonna taste that extra 5 grams. Let's see, milk powder, 40 grams. Like I said, I don't have milk powder, so we're gonna use protein powder. Yeah. It's the same thing, it should work. I feel like it should work. It's the same consistency, and when you mix it up, it's gonna function the same. Question is this going to be enough? Okay, we got that. 10%. Yeah, I feel like I think that's usually acceptable. 5 to 10% is acceptable when baking. Also, what really annoys me when people make recipes, like make recipes and post them online, or anywhere actually, cups or tablespoon and stuff like that. There's some applications that's fine, liquids, but you don't do it for solids. Like powders, you don't do measurements in cups and stuff meant for liquids because it is inaccurate. It's hard to work with, I get it. It's the most easily accessible thing in the world to have, but it's not accurate. It's not accurate. And you end up having a lot of errors at that point. When you're making stuff like, why is this not working? It's because you used cups and you didn't measure properly. Okay. Got so much stuff here. So much stuff. Oh, no joke, yeah? The whole life story. Do we need to hear that? I mean, I get it. They're trying to differentiate themselves from other recipe sites by telling their whole life story. It might be fine if it's your own personal blog and stuff like that. But still, that's too much filler. I guess it makes some money somehow though, right? Anyway. Let me see, Alright, so we have butter. I'm gonna need 6 tablespoons of butter. This is cold butter. As cold as you can get it. Otherwise, this part's going to not work too well. All for analytics, good to know. I didn't realize that was I had a feeling it was something like that, but I wasn't sure if that was actually the case. All right, so 6 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whenever you do like cold butter, do chop it up also, just so it's easier to work with, to mix it in when the food processor starts going. I usually mix this kind of stuff by hand from time to time, but we're not doing it by hand today. You can do it by hand if you want to, though you will need to cut this butter into smaller pieces to make it more manageable. But the cold butter is there for a reason. The cold butter is because you don't want it to mix directly into the flour. You just want the flour to clump around the butter. At least that's my impression. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I didn't really look into the mechanics of all this. But I'm just going to cut this into small cubes to make the food processor. We back? Okay. Ah, jeez. Laptop, why you do this to me? The desktop doesn't do this. Why do you do this to me, laptop? All right. So we have cut cubes of cold butter. We're gonna dump this into the food processor, and we're just going to mix it until we get like clumps of dough for this part. As mentioned earlier, you can do this by hand if you want to. It's certainly a lot messier, and you'll probably generate more heat than you would a food processor. Though I'm not quite sure if that's true or not. That's just my gut instinct, considering my hands are very, very warm. All right, I'm gonna put the rest of the butter in the fridge. This is probably gonna be really loud. Just a warning, it's probably gonna be loud. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't think this is coming together. This coming together? It says not to put the egg yolk until after the dough clumps together. We got some stuff going down there, but it's not... It's not as expected just yet. Gonna have to mix that a bit more. Oh. Okay, I don't feel like this is coming together. I may have to go in there manually. It does feel like it came together, but it's not clumped enough. Unless this is the texture that it's supposed to be at. It feels very powdery right now. There are bits and pieces of butter mixed in there. Just not how I'm expecting it to happen. I was expecting more bigger clumps. When I looked at the recipe, they said it's supposed to be like Dippin' Dot size. So I guess this is getting close. I'll pulse it a little bit longer though, and then add the egg in. Alright, I think that's as good as it's going to get for the butter and flour. So now we're going to add egg, but just the yolk on this one. Apparently it doesn't call for the egg whites as well. So I need to find a place to put the egg whites so I can use it later. Don't want to waste that. Don't want to waste the egg whites. Okay. Let's move this off. And this is how you separate egg yolks and egg whites. By hand. Get to know how soft that thing is. Then we dump it in. Okay. And change gloves. I think I change gloves here more often than I do at work. What does that say? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, egg whites go in the fridge. Hopefully this will come together now. We'll see. Oh, what's going on? It doesn't want to come together. It does not want to come together for whatever reason. You dig deep around here a little bit to loosen it up. Maybe it's getting concentrated at the bottom. Sometimes you just gotta move this stuff around, and then it should mix it a little bit better. That's probably why you pulse and you not go full blast. So you don't create a cavity where stuff doesn't get mixed. Let me take the blade out. I may have to go manual for the rest of this part. That's better. It feels very nice and powdery. Nice and powdery, just like I expect it to be. It's just not coming together. That's the issue right now. It's not coming together. At least not with the food processor, it did. When I put some pressure on it with my hands, that's when it happens. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure this is mixed and loosened before I compress it. So far, it's looking nothing like the pictures. I think part of the recipe is also to use a mold. I don't really have a mold though, except for like cupcakes. So I may have to use that instead. Otherwise, this is not going to come together. I don't feel like. So if I compress it, it actually holds. But if I don't compress it, it's like this, powdery. So I'm gonna have to compress it a little bit, and then I'm gonna stick it in the fridge to keep it cool until the jam is complete. And then we'll move on to a different recipe while those are cooling down. The other pineapple recipe. Okay, I'm gonna have to transfer that because there's no reason to keep it there at this point. All right, where's my glass stuff? Where is it? Where are my containers? I know I took oh, here it is. I'm starting to wonder if 6 tablespoons of butter was enough and 1 egg yolk for this much. But that's what it said, so... Well, double that is what it said. Get these out of the way. So much stuff here. All right. All right, let's see if I can actually compress this. Nope. Right there. It's not really coming together as expected. It's probably caused by the... Yeah, it was probably because of the protein powder if I was thinking about it. So I may have to add more eggs. Hey Kaiku, welcome to the stream. Actually, I wonder if I should add the rest of the butter. Because the 1 egg may be a bit too much. I'm gonna add the rest of the butter. This is gonna be very buttery, but we'll see. I'm just gonna cut it off camera here to tiny little chunks. There's always room, just because you're following the recipe doesn't mean there's no room for adjustment. Though I did take some liberties with the protein powder instead of the milk powder. I just don't have milk powder. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I could probably have omitted the milk powder. It's probably just there for flavor, to be honest. But you know what? We're experimenting. Food, cooking and baking is all about experimenting, but I think baking is a little bit more science than cooking. All right, it's gonna have to compress that. Well, this is kind of sort of holding. If I have to put a second egg in here, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Or I could use egg whites. Egg whites might not be a bad idea. But this is supposed to be closer to a shortbread. That's what I was thinking. This kind of thing is supposed to be closer to a shortbread. And I made shortbread before. In fact, I made some shortbread cookies a couple days ago. Hello, Mike? Okay. Okay, Mike, how long are you going to do this for? Why do you disconnect so much? You know what? I may add the egg white at this point, just for extra liquid to hold this thing together. We're back though, we're back. I'm gonna have to use egg. I'm gonna have to add the egg white. It's just not coming together. I need to add the egg white. Wow. Well, if this recipe doesn't work, there's always the other pineapple cake recipe. That's why I didn't use everything. Ooh, now it's very wet. Now it's very wet. Probably too wet. This is no longer shortbread territory. This is like, we're starting to get to batter. But oh well. Oh well. Do do do. Let's see. It's coming sort of together, but not in the fashion I hoped it would. It is definitely more batter-like than what it's supposed to be. Dough-like. It's not batter, dough. We're not quite at batter yet. We're still at dough. It's a very soft dough at this point. Kaiko, you having a seizure there? You having a seizure? Is JHJH supposed to mean something? Or is that just you typing stuff? Okay. I think this is good. Definitely not the texture it needs to be at. But you know what? It'll be workable. It'll be workable. I'm gonna stick that in the fridge. And then we're going to go ahead and work on the easier pineapple cake recipe. All right. I'm going to change gloves too. Just your weird way of laughing. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right. So while the pineapple jam and the pineapple pastry parts are cooling in the fridge, we're basically we're more or less waiting on the jam, to be honest. And it's been about 30 minutes in the freezer. I probably should switch it to the fridge in about 15 minutes so that doesn't actually freeze. But anyway. So for the other pineapple recipe, the easier one, the much easier one. Let me get the recipe up. There we go. Pineapple cake. So this is probably your typical pineapple cake. I do not have a big enough pan for this. So instead of making it like a sheet cake or like a pound cake sort of thing, actually, I do have a bread pan. I can probably use the bread pan. I kind of want to make this into cupcakes though. Should I put this into a cupcake form, or should I put it into a bread pan? I don't have like a shallow pan I can do this in. But yeah. Okay, well, for now, before we decide on what to do with that, let's go ahead and get the ingredients in for this. So the top part of this recipe card is all the stuff that we need to mix in together. And I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven at 350. Don't want to wait on that while we're working on stuff. So oven is now preheating at 350. Let's go ahead and get the ingredients mixed in. This is going to be a very small cake. This is going to be a very small pineapple cake. Because we used half of the pineapple on the other recipe. So I only have enough pineapple for half normal cake. Otherwise, we're gonna not have good enough pineapple flavor, I feel like. Whoa, no, that's too much. 145. Okay, I need to scoop back some of that back out. That's too much. That's too much. All right, we good. 125 exact. And put this flour away because I don't need it anymore. All right, what's next? 130 grams of sugar. I probably should try to position this over, though it's gonna make it harder for me to work on it. There we go. How's that for you? Though it's hard for me to to work with it though. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, 130 grams of sugar. Let's go, 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 go. That huge block was like a lot already. Okay. Okay, too much stuff in here, too much stuff here. And then that was a block of sugar, so I'm just crushing it so that it becomes granulated. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the butt to mix in. Okay. Just making sure there's no lumps in here, though that's probably going to disappear once we start mixing stuff anyway. I am a camera angle fiend, so I'm trying to find a balance here. I'm trying to find a balance. Okay, so we need 1 egg, baking soda. Where's the baking soda? Where did I put the baking soda? Well, it's not baking soda, it's baking powder. There's an extra ingredient in here. There we go. The baking powder was clumped, so I had to shake it loose. Anyway, so how much baking soda? 1 tablespoon. There's roughly 1 tablespoon right here. Don't use too much, otherwise you're gonna get something really, really puffy. All these white powders, suspicious white powders. Okay, next, crushed pineapple. The rest of the crushed pineapple from earlier. Okay, and we don't have to drain it this time. We can use the juice. So just dumped it all in. And the extra juice I had from earlier, I'm just going to save it for other things. I'll probably just drink it straight. Trying to shake off the rest of the pineapples in the can. I could scrape it up, but I don't want to change gloves again. Alright, so let's see. Crushed pineapple, baking soda, egg. Egg. We got egg. Alright, we got egg now. Okay. Okay. All right, so we got everything in there. Let's go ahead and grab the... Where's my mixer? Ah, there's the mixer. So I do have a full-size stand mixer, but not everyone does. So for the sake of just making sure this is like accessible to everyone, you can use a hand mixer for this. I have one. Just because the stand mixer is a pain in the butt to get out. It is also very heavy. It's also very heavy. It's not something I always like to take out. I only use it if I have something heavy duty to do. Do this one. So we're at low setting right now. You don't want to go full blast right away. That looks good. I'm gonna get the spatula out and mix it around just to make sure it's actually there's no lump. Make sure there's no lumps in here. You don't want to overmix this. As long as everything looks incorporated, you're good to go. You're good to go. Especially down the middle. All right, that actually looks good, and this looks liquid enough to where I can use, yeah, it's not quite as ASMR because I didn't put the mic right next to the mixer, and I can't exactly do that when I need to hold the bowl and the mixer at the same time. But yeah, but it looks liquid enough, so I'm probably going to make that into cupcakes. It'll be easier to work with. Let's see, let's pop this out. Okay, where are my cupcake pans? Where did I put those things? Where are the cupcake pans? Okay, I got him. I think I got him. It has been forever since I used these things. I don't make cupcakes or cookies or stuff like that as much as I used to. I needed to cut back on it since I was the only one eating them. Basically, I bake for a hobby. But the thing is, I end up eating that hobby too much, and you can imagine what eating Were you back? Yeah, I think my laptop hates the interface for whatever reason. Even though it is plugged in to the wall. It hates it for whatever reason. Okay. It may not fix it, but at least it tells me when it actually goes out. Because I don't always look at the audio mixer like I should. Look at your tips for future streamers. Look at your audio mixer to make sure that you're actually getting sound through. Especially when I'm streaming normally, I can see it fine, but right now though, it's a little bit tougher. Where is the scoop? Let's use this as a scoop. Okay, this is probably not the ideal scoop to do this, but I just need to get it into the tray. So let's do this. Okay, let's start over here. Let's start with one of these for each one, and then see where we go from there. Thing is, I don't know what causes the mic to go out every so often. It's probably the laptop. I want to say it's the laptop because it's going through the USB port. And what I normally use to power the interface is like an AC adapter with a USB port. So there's more power going through there. It doesn't cut out as much. Less interruptions. But yeah. We're gonna make pineapple cupcakes. Pineapple cupcakes now, it's not cake anymore. I may have too much batter here. Some of these are probably gonna be doubled up at this point. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. And the oven just finished preheating, so I can stick this in here and in there as soon as that's done. Oh, as soon as we're done here. Dun. So, besides this, what are you guys doing today? You got any plans for the weekend? You got any plans? Well, you got any plans for this Sunday, or whatever time is left for the rest of the day where you are? What are your plans? What are your plans? Me, all I'm doing is doing this baking stream. Probably also gonna cook a little bit because I haven't cooked lunch for the week. I do cook lunch weekly, unless I'm too lazy. Let's see. Jumbo-sized blueberry muffins this morning, and if anything, I didn't have enough batter. That sucks. That sucks. Script writing, brainstorming, nice, nice. I need to get on to my other project wants. I have a list of stuff that I just haven't been getting to. And it doesn't help working a full-time job at the same time. So whenever I get home from work, it's like I probably have 6 hours to do things, and part of those 6 hours is just resting, eating, cooking, and dailies in gacha and other games that's not gacha. It's yeah. The things that eat up time when I could be more productive. And then of course your randomly scheduled stream during the middle of the week. Just to keep touch with everyone, you know. Taking it easy today. I think I'll start looking for BGM once I start streaming. Maybe some house chores. Gotcha. Yeah, time management is for sure one of the things that's difficult, especially if you're not doing this full time. From what I've experienced so far. All right. That is everything. So we have pineapple batter. Since I don't have cake pan, we're making cupcakes instead. And I know I took out cheesecake and butter, not cheesecake, cream cheese. I know I took out cream cheese for frosting, but you know what? I'm probably just gonna put this one back because I don't need to make that. I'm not a frosting person when it comes to cupcakes and cakes in general. I just am not. Sorry for frosting lovers. I'm not much of a frosting person. I'll use it if I serve other people, but it's not just my thing. Can't wait to debut and have even less free time than I have now. Yes. That is the streamer life right there. Or in general, if you're trying to do second job stuff. All right, this is gonna go to the oven. My oven is not interesting. It doesn't even have a window. So there's no way for me to show you what goes on there. Okay. Into the oven you go. And we're gonna bake that for about... So it says, so on the recipe card it says 45 minutes. But that's only because it's a cake. Since we're doing cupcake, it's gonna be less than that. So let's do 24 minutes. We can always increase the time, but we can never decrease time. The only way we can decrease time is by spending it doing activities, but not from cooking. Well, you can't decrease the time cooked. You have to start low, and then you increase it if you have to keep cooking. All right, so where are we at right now? We have pineapple jam in the freezer. I actually need to switch that to the fridge. Okay, so here's our pineapple jam right now. It is rock hard. It is rock hard. I don't think it's supposed to be this rock hard, but I feel like that's sufficiently cooled. We just need to bring it up to room temperature now. It is sufficiently cooled and frozen. It needs to come up to room temperature so I can actually work with it. So it's gonna stay out here. It's gonna stay out here. The pastry batter for the pineapple, the other pineapple recipe, is still in the fridge. It's gonna stay in the fridge until we're ready for it. It's just the jam now is actually frozen solid in 30 minutes. That's because it's also partly made out of sugar at this point. Pineapple brittle, yes, but this needs to be jam. If I have to use liquid to make this malleable, I still had the pineapple juice to work with, but I can't use too much pineapple juice or else the batter cake thing is going to fall apart even more so. And we have this much pineapple juice. It's a lot of pineapple juice. Anyway, that's that for now. So we're just waiting on baking and also this thing to come to temperature. Let's go ahead and answer another question. I don't remember if I answered this. Do you sleep well? Short answer. I sleep decently enough. I sleep decently enough, but not as much as I would like. Because, slightly longer answer is, I try to sleep around 8 o'clock my time, and I usually wake up around 3 to 3:30 in the morning to go to work at 4. That sounds crazy for some people. But I do that so I can actually get out early enough to do things I like to do in the afternoon. Okaeri doctor. Okaeri doctor. No, I am not a doctor. I do not have a PhD. I do not have an MD. I do not have any medical degree whatsoever. But doctors are not the only ones that get to wear a lab coat, by the way. I do, however, have a master's, and I do have a certification for laboratory science. What is this called? It's molecular biology is the specific certification. Molecular biology ASCP. So yes, I do have credentials. I'm just not a doctor. But if you want to call me doctor, that's fine. I don't mind it. Though sensei would be more general and I think less degree sounding. Yeah. It's not for everyone. The thing is, I don't have to come in at 4 o'clock in the morning. I choose to come in at 4 o'clock in the morning. There is a difference there. Also, coming at 4 o'clock in the morning gets you night differential. So, why not? It gets you night differential plus actually having to, like, free time in the afternoon. Haruka Sensei, I'll take that. I'll be Haruka Sensei from now on. That's fine with me. But yeah, let's see. It's a choice. It's a choice on my part. I don't have to do it. It's a choice. But if I wanted to change my schedule, I could probably do that. I would just have to talk to my boss about it. And my boss would probably be okay. But since we're kind of in this state right now with all the pandemic stuff, and I do help with the pandemic stuff also, once in a while. Not always. I used to when we were starting it, because, oh geez, it was crazy when it first started, yeah? But now it's like I'm mostly support of support, so, yeah. that's my story as far as my sleep schedule goes. So let me move on to another question before we do something else. And welcome back, Rain Girl. Welcome back. All right, here's the next question. It's not really a question though. Boop. Boop. I boop you back. I boop you back. Whoever, I think I know who sent this, but I'll boop you back. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, so everything's baking. You know, I need to make lunch for the week. I'm gonna go and get started on that. So let me clear the sink out, and I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get started on making lunch while we're baking. That should be a lot easier. Back? Mic back. Is it cooking you cooking or a video? I am cooking live right now. Hello, I am live. I am live. But anyway, I'm gonna clear out my sink a bit, and then I'm gonna get started on making lunch for the week. So just a sec. I'm not gonna put a shot of the sink. No one wants to see that right now. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, well done. I think that Doc, I think that was longer than 15 minutes. Did that feel like longer than 15 minutes before the mic cut out? I think it was longer than 15 minutes though. I feel like it's between 20 and 30. Is my feeling anyway. But yeah, let's see. Gloves, they're not meant to be reusable. Once you take them off, you can't really put them back on very easily. Okay. Yeah, this pineapple can. So whenever you clean your cans, bottles and stuff, just try to rinse it out as best as you can. Or at least I do anyway. I don't know about anyone else. I know in Japan they're stricter about this kind of thing, but we're not Japan. So I do like to clean it out a bit so that when I toss it out, it doesn't feel all sticky and stuff. And I do try to recycle this. I try. So getting rid of all the cooking stuff first. Oh well, the baking stuff that I accumulated in the sink. And then I'm actually going to make lunch. I have some ingredients out for lunch. No specific recipe. It's just going to be a saute / stir fry. I can never actually make a good stir fry, so it's whatever I have in the fridge tossed together once we get to it. Okay, this blade is so much stuff stuck on there. Be careful with your food processing blades. It can cut you very, very badly. It hasn't happened to me yet, but fair warning, those blades are there for a reason. And if you get stuff stuck in between the crevices where the blades are blocking, it's really, really bad. One of these days, I'm gonna have a full-size kitchen with actual good lighting and actual islands so I can get good shots. One of these days. It is a bucket list, wish list bucket list thing for me to get a good kitchen. This kitchen's not terrible. It is narrow, like most kitchens probably are in apartments and stuff. But you know, it is what it is. What it is. Just and then the strainer from earlier where I squeezed the pineapples from, there's like pineapple fibers stuck all around the grates. I never know the best way to clean these things except just to rub them until they come out. And then even then they don't all come out right properly. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, the chopsticks I used for making the pineapple jam has pineapple sugar candy crustified all over it. A little water should take care of that. If you have something sugary or anything anything with like carbohydrate, flour, that kind of thing, sugar stuck on stuff, water is good enough to take that stuff off. No need for soap, just hot water and a little bit of elbow grease. And it's clean. And it's clean. Okay, I think still the bowl. Baking. The only thing I don't like about baking is all the stuff that you have to clean afterwards. Baking is as close to a lab setting as you can get with all the vessels and materials that could possibly need. Well, they did say chemistry was born in the kitchen, so it makes sense. It makes sense. But still, it's too much stuff. And then you gotta wait for it to dry. And then we're doing double duty baking today, so it's twice as long to dry. Oof. All right, everything is cleaned. There is, so I'm gonna actually start. Let's see, let me catch up on chat here. I'm sure no one was cooking. It was 14 minutes on the, 14 minutes, really? You kind of look like a scientist. Full-size kitchen is my dream. Current kitchen has very few counter space. Yeah, that's the apartment life for you. They don't get much. Do you live in an apartment or in a house? My kitchen is shaped of a cube. I would assume if you have a small kitchen, it's probably going to be an apartment, right? I don't know any houses that have small kitchens. At least they have a bigger space to play around with. Whoop. Stepping on cords here. Okay. Let me see. I need to put gloves on. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna double check the jam. It's probably still frozen solid, actually. You know, if I don't get the pastry, the pineapple puff paste, the pineapple pastry done today, that's fine. At least we got one pineapple cake done, and that's good enough. Let's see, is this still? It's rock solid. It's pretty much rock solid candy. This is probably too hard. It's not, it's kind of cold. You hear how hard that is? Do you hear how hard that is? I may not be able to get that out. I'm gonna have to figure this out. But I may not be able to get that one out. We may only have the pineapple cupcakes at this rate. So we'll see how this is later. But I don't think that's gonna come out. I don't think that's gonna come out. Alright, we're gonna put that away for now. As hard as my soul. As hard as your soul. Alright, so I need to make lunch. Alright, so starting off with lunch, usually I don't have any rice made, so we're gonna get some rice going before we actually I need to get the pan out to get that started heating. Where's the pan? The pan's over here. See, put hot water at bottom and it will melt a little and come out. Good idea. I'm gonna do that later. I'll probably do that when I'll probably do the other pineapple one while the lunch is cooking. Okay, so I got a pan heated. I gotta get rice. Where's my rice cup thing? Okay, 1 cup of rice. 2 cups of rice. 3 cups of rice. A little extra because the second cup looked a little low. Okay. Got rice going. Well, not going yet, but scooped out. And then, where did I put this? I had another pan. Where the heck did I put that? Where did I put that pan? I guess it wasn't down there. I guess it was up here somewhere. What the heck is it? Okay. All right, washing the rice. If you haven't done this before, all you're trying to do is get rid of the excess starch from the rice. Also, clean it up a little bit. Some people don't do that, but it's fine. All right, see you, Rain Girl. See you, Rain Girl. Thank you for dropping by. Let's see. I know some people don't wash their rice, and you know what? That's fine. That's fine. It's just I think this is usually how people do it anyway. I mean, like most people will wash their rice before you use it. Otherwise, that extra starch can really mess up the cooking time, texture, that kind of thing. Though if you're making like something like a congee or a rice porridge, You don't have to wash it. That extra starch is useful. But we don't want it. We don't want this here. This, it's unwanted here. We don't want it. Okay, let's first wash. Making sure my mic is still going. Alright, second wash. And it looks like the baking has about 2 minutes left. "14 to 15 minutes, something's going to sleep." Huh. Oh, it could be something in the power settings, but I don't know why. I'll have to look into that for future, because if it's something I can fix, that would definitely be something to look into. Anyway, let me get the rice. Ooh, my head's cut off. My head's cut off. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, it's done. Hold on, let me get this rice out. Okay, that looks a little cloudy still, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I think that's roughly enough water also. Third sample for replication, sure. Replication is always not a bad thing. Okay. Rice in the rice cooker. And of course, Mary had a little lamp going with the rice cooker. Let me get the cupcakes out. It looks a little soft still. I'm gonna get a toothpick and check to see if it's good to go, but it still looks a little soft. Nope, it's good. Cupcake's good. Okay, pan is hot, pan is hot. And it looks like my camera also went to sleep. Hey camera, wake up. Oh no, did it die? Did my camera die? Did my camera die? It's at 6%, it's almost dead. Maybe I need to switch cameras out. I have another camera. Butterfly. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, the camera I was using, its battery is pretty much dead. So I have another camera. I can use. Hold on, I'm gonna get that up. I'm gonna get that going. Let me just turn this off. Turn that off for now. Where's my samurai? I remember those. It's been such a long time. I never paid attention to the lyrics though. Okay, where's the app? There we go. Okay, stop this camera and then we're gonna bring up a new one. Where's my sushi? Priorities, yeah, priorities. Oh, let's move this to the side a bit. Okay, where did I put? Okay, camera, where are you? Where are you, camera? There we go. New camera, and it works now. So this is our pineapple cupcakes. We're just waiting for it to cool down now. I know a lot of people like frosting on their cupcakes, but that's not me. I don't know, it's too much. I like eating it like this. If you want to add the frosting, use the cream cheese recipe above me. That you can use that. I'm not gonna do it for this one though. I'm not gonna do it for this one. It's just not my thing. I forgot to put the oil in the pan. Do that for 5 minutes. And then I gotta get some hot water going for the melting of the sugar. I know that back burner doesn't work. All right. Light frosting is okay, but when you get the ones from the store with like 1 or 2 inches of frosting on top, no bueno. Yeah, that's what I want to avoid. That's what I want to avoid for the most part. It looks like the... Oh no, my iPhone's also dying. Everything is dying. All the batteries are dying. Ooh, you know what? That's not a bad idea. If I can actually melt this thing. We're not there yet though. We're not there yet. But that's not a bad idea. Okay. So I'm not going to actually, so as far as panic, what happened? Why is there why is there panic? Why is there panic? Did I miss something? Why is there panic? I think I missed something. But anyway, that's the pineapple cake for now. Oh yes. I'm gonna have to switch to PNG. I'm probably gonna there should not be stream delay. It's on ultra low, which is like 3 seconds. So I don't understand why. It's probably the new setup on the laptop. I haven't quite adjusted the settings. Though, let me check the settings. Maybe there's something to that. Stream settings, nope. General settings? No, not this one. Output, maybe it's an output. Nope. Video. Hotkeys advanced. Oh! No, I think I know it. I think I know. Hold on, guys. I'm going to cut it out for a second, and I'll be back. I'm just gonna cut it out for 1 second. Hello, Motsuki. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna cut it out for 1 second, okay? Hold on. Okay, I should be back. I should be back. Are we back? Are we back? Okay. I don't know if that fixed the delay. If it didn't, then I won't worry about it right now. I won't worry about it right now. Let's see though. Hold on. I just boiled some water in the pot that had the pineapple sugar stuff earlier. So I just need to reheat that thing again. But right now, since we're done with much shorter, okay, good, good. All right, since we're still waiting on the water to boil for the pineapple jam filling over here, we're gonna get some cooking started. Some lunch. There is no recipe for this. This is a no recipe thing I'm doing right now. It's just me slapping some stuff together I have in the fridge and calling it good. So first things first. Oh no, not this one, not that one. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting smoke here from oils on the coil. All right, but yeah, this is a garlic des. Yes, I would use garlic if I had the space right now, but I'm not doing that. But for now, we're gonna do this instead. So ever since this whole craziness started, I started using like frozen vegetables and stuff, and you know, it's worked fairly well. Ow, wow. All right, so we got onions and green peppers. I caught the mic this time. Okay, so garlic and onion in the pan. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? YouTube did not like stream restart. It looks like it's still going though. Still looks like it's still going. But, okay, so we got onion and green peppers in the pan. I'm also going to be adding some curry paste to this. This is usually what I use, just curry paste I normally use on normal curry. But I'm gonna add it to this dish because it adds a lot of flavor, you know? So we're gonna do 1 dollop, 2 dollop. And you know what, let's make it extra spicy, we'll do 3. That's gonna be extra spicy by the time I'm done with it. Alright, it looks like the hot water is done for the... Oh. The hot water seems to be done for the jam, so I'm gonna take that off the heat and put that into the bowl for the jam to come back to room temperature, or at least melt a bit. It's gonna be off camera, but you'll see it later. Ah, geez, this is the most chaotic kitchen I've ever cooked in. All right, curry paste. I'm gonna mix that up. I'm just on medium heat. You don't want to go full blast on this thing. We just want to cook this down a little bit before adding stuff to it. But here's our base. Onions, green pepper. I like to think I'm making some kind of stir fry, but this is nowhere near stir fry. It's just me slapping stuff together. But that's gonna cook down a little bit. Let's get some ASMR going here, shall we? Electric. Cooking's not hard, you just need practice. It's not hard. And the battery on my iPhone is at 20% now, and it's... How's the power bank? Power bank is supposedly at full, so why is it not charging it? Why is the power bank not charging you, iPhone? Why? Oh, it is charging, just very slowly. 2.1, 1.0. Okay, well then. Them's the brakes. Okay, I think it's just cooked down now. All right. Time for some meat. Time for some meat. So for today we have beef chunks. Glorious beef chunks. I'm not even gonna clean the blood on this thing. I'm just gonna dump it all in there. We're just gonna dump this all in. Or maybe half of it, because it looks like a lot already. Nah, let's dump it all in. There are times when I cook well, and there are times when I just cook chaotically. Today is one of those chaotic days where I just dump stuff in. Just dump it all in there, blood and all. Okay, new gloves. I gotta get something bigger to stir that thing around. Otherwise it won't mix. Let's see, I think I need to add some sauce to here though. Where is... Okay, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Okay, I need to add some sauce to here. I'll mix it up later. Got some oyster sauce. Normally I use oyster sauce at the end as a finish, but I'm almost out of this anyway, so I figure why not just dump it all in there. There's not much left. There's not much left. What I do have a lot though is this thing. I got a lot of this. Chili garlic paste. I'm gonna dump quite a bit in there. Quite a bit. We already have the spicy curry paste from earlier, but we're gonna add some of this also. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Clean that up later. Putting Hachan was cooking is shame. What are you talking about? Hachan can cook if she wants to. She just chooses not to. And then what I just dumped in was my special blend of sauces. I don't even know what goes into there. I threw the whole jar. This is how I normally cook for myself. This is how I normally cook for myself. Don't worry, once we're done here, it's gonna look better. It's gonna look better. It looks raw right now. It looks raw right now, but later it's gonna be done. And later it's gonna be good. So, and also we need some veggies, right? Ah, jeez, this is frozen. So, if you noticed, we didn't have, thanks for dropping by, Sky, take care. So if you notice, we didn't have much liquid in that pan before we started, but the ice on the broccoli should be good enough. All right. All right, so I gotta take a mental note on that. It's gonna be probably about, okay. I'm gonna leave that on medium. We're gonna cook that for about an hour. We may or may not finish that before the stream ends. So we're gonna move away from there. Actually, let me check this pineapple jam first. The pineapple jam is still hard. The pineapple jam has not desugarized, whatever you want to call it. It has not. It's still solid. Basically, it's still solid. It is also as hard as my soul right now. I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I just need to toss. Maybe I just need to toss the. Maybe I just need to toss the pineapple juice in here. It's gonna be wet. Maybe like a teaspoon, maybe like a tablespoon of pineapple juice. Does that sound like a good idea? A tablespoon of pineapple juice in here to like start loosening this thing up. I mean, I don't know how else to get this to become not crystallized. Don't microwave it. Yeah, I won't do that. I will not do that. Okay, well, it is solid as heck. Okay, let me get the pineapple juice out. Yeah, microwaving sugar is probably one of the worst things you can do. Solution is a blowtorch. I would love to have a blowtorch. I can get a blowtorch if I want to. I just the thing is, I don't have many applications that I can use it on. So it's like, why get a blowtorch? If I can't use it as often as I'd like to, why get a blowtorch, right? Okay. All right, we're gonna go for 1 tablespoon of pineapple juice. Let's see if it. Let's see if we can soften this up. I'm gonna put the. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Oh, it's loosening up a little bit. This is no longer a cooking stream. This is geology class, yes. This is geology class now. I need more light. I need more light. So what part of the rock, what part of the crust is this? What valuable lesson would that be, Kaiku? I don't know what valuable lesson that we learned here today. All I know is possibly yes. Oh, I think okay. I don't know if this got through the mic earlier, but what part of the mantle what part of the mantle is this? It's like pineapple, sugared, crusty thing. Oh, I probably shouldn't put the camera on top of the rice cooker with all the steam coming out. Yeah, let's do that over here. Angle it up a bit. There we go. That's better. Okay, it's loosening up a little bit. Holy crap! Can I get some like Hachima Eldridge power or something to melt this thing down? I figure she can do that. I figure she has the power to do that. Sedimentary? I think this is harder than sedimentary though. I don't think the camera can keep up. Hello, Hollow. Welcome to the stream. So we do have two products here. Okay. We do have two products here. One on the side. This is a normal pineapple cake as a cupcake. But this one, the experimental Chinese, Taiwanese pineapple filling jam thing is frozen solid. In hindsight, I probably should have put it in the fridge instead, but I don't think that would have helped at all. My spoon's gonna bend at this rate. It's loosening up. It's loosening up. Holy crap, it's stuck. Holy crap, it's stuck. I don't think I can use this. I don't think I can use this. I don't think this is usable. I may have to give up on this one. I'm gonna have to use the pastry part for something else, and it won't be on this stream, but I'm gonna have to use that for something else. This is Dia 100 Taskete to help. Hey, this is a countertop. Countertop-kun was made to tank this. Countertop-kun has over 9,000 defense. It can handle it. It can handle it. What can't handle this punishment is this spoon. This spoon I feel like is bending when I try to do this. And yes, it might have been too caramelized. That's you know, it looked very liquid when it got out of the pan earlier. It's just not. I need this out. I don't care if I can't. I don't care if I can't use it or not. I need this out of this. I need this out of this pan. And I will do whatever it takes to get this out of this pan. I do not have a blowtorch. I do not have a blowtorch. I cannot use that. Yeah, pudding's different though. What we made was something cross of... Well, the thing... Okay, here's the thing with pudding. It does... I just need more liquid. I just need more liquid. The spoon bent. My spoon bent. It's not super bent, but it has bent. It did not go that far back before. And the caramel and pudding stays sort of liquidish because when you pour the custard part in there, it keeps it liquid, yeah? Hot water on it, lots of time, and it will come out by itself. I think that's just what I'm gonna have to do here. That's probably just what I'm gonna have to do. Oh yeah. Cold juice, well, the acid should help also in the juice, right? I feel like it should. But there is no way for me to use this. Oh wow, that bend stuck. That bend stuck. There we go. Got that back in mind. Ow. The glass is not gonna break. If anything's gonna break, the spoon's gonna break first at this rate. That is some heavy-duty glass. It's not gonna break. The spoon will, though. The spoon will bend like crazy. All right. Yeah. That's why I'm using pineapple juice. That way, at least we get the pineapple flavor in here. I figure it's the only way, right? You know what would be dangerous if I use a knife to do this? But there's no reason to use a knife. I need a chisel. I need a chisel. But at least we got this, right? We got this. This is done. That's done. I just can't get the other thing finished. Holy crap. That's probably a bad angle to try to flip that on. I need a chisel to get under this thing. We need a chisel to get under here. There's no other way. There's no other way. Well, the sugar's kind of melting off at least. Sugar's melting off. You know what? I need a break from this pineapple madness. And a break from that pineapple madness. Let's see if I can answer another question before we keep going. Before we keep going. Let me see. What other questions are there? Okay. We got boop. It's just a boop. Okay, I like this one. I like this question. So, what are your favorite ramen toppings? Honestly, you can put anything on top of ramen, but construction equipment. It was just the way I made the caramel. That's the only reason it ended up that way. And you know what? Well, the recipe said it should be thick, and it required a lot of sugar. Maybe I didn't have enough liquid when I made it. It's not like a syrup caramel, kind of caramel syrup. I didn't make it into a caramel syrup. I guess that's a problem. But anyway, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen cucumbers in ramen before. Definitely not cucumbers. So my favorite toppings, chashu, of course, we gotta go for chashu. I like the nori myself. I'm not a fan of ground pork in ramen. There's not enough bite to it. I get it if that's all you have. I mean, technically you can put anything on ramen and it'd be fine. But I'm not a fan of ground pork as an option. It's not even extra thick. It is rock hard, solid, firm. This thing could be part of the crust. Plasma cutter. We made pineapple crust worthy of being part of the earth. That is what we made right today. And I'm gonna have to like add some liquid to make it usable. But ramen toppings, you got the pork chashu. Chicken chashu is also good. I've only had it once though, but chicken chashu is also good. I've seen corn on ramen. I'm not a fan, but I guess it can work. Bamboo shoots, I like bamboo shoots. I like the wood ear mushrooms. Yes, I could deck someone with this very, very quickly. Wood ear mushrooms are good. No Okay, no offense to anyone that likes Jiro ramen, but there's too many bean sprouts. I will accept bean sprouts on pho. Bean sprouts in ramen, it better be to a minimum, because Jiro ramen has way too many bean sprouts, so that's a no. That's a no. Naruto is alright. I'm not a huge fan just because I don't know what the heck it does in ramen. What else do we have? What else can we put on ramen? You can probably put like really tender bacon. Tender bacon would be nice, but that's the same thing as a chashu, so probably not. Oh, fried Brussels sprouts is pretty good in ramen. I've had fried Brussels sprouts in ramen before, and that's a thing. I like it. I like it. No bok choy. Bok choy is too big. Please don't put bok choy in ramen. Chashu done right can be sweet, but that's partly because of the marinade as well as the fat from the pork. Both ways, both ways. I guess we need another tablespoon in there. This spoon is no longer usable. I have to bend it back to use it. But as is, look at that bend. That is too far back for a spoon. Yeah, Naruto is indeed a condiment. But let's be real here. The only reason why it's called Naruto, the actual ingredient, is because of the swirl. This Naruto, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is like a whirlpool, and the swirl on the fish cake looks like a whirlpool. That's why it's called Naruto. Otherwise, it would just be a chikuwa, except not. Thank you, Doc. we're back again. We're back again. Thank you, God. No, so that's actually an ongoing issue with the stream. So I'm streaming from a different setup right now compared to what I usually do. So usually I stream from a desktop, but today I'm streaming from my laptop, and it likes to cut out. The sound likes to cut out every 13 to 14 minutes, according to Doc over here. And I'm not sure why. It could be power supply issues regarding the laptop itself. So I'm gonna have to look into that if I do this again. Before I do this again. And we will not be doing pineapple cake that requires this. This is a no. That's a no. Thermite. Look, if you use thermite, it's not only gonna take out this this pineapple jam turned rock, it's also gonna take out the counter. I think thermite might be overdoing it. And thermite is surprisingly not hard to make. You just need a couple of things. So I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't want to be responsible for providing the recipe for thermite. Yeah, despite how much defense a counter con has, that definitely would take out a lot. Take a lot of damage. Thermite would take out 10 HP out of its many HP. Actually, I see no problems. I see no problems. Jeez. Okay, you know what? There's still like 40 minutes left on the stove for the other thing I'm cooking right now. Let me see. But let's leave the pineapple rock for now. It is no longer pineapple jam. It is pineapple rock. So we will leave this alone. I'm not going to touch this for the rest of the stream. No. All right, so let's see what we got here. You see all that stuff that we added in earlier? Yeah, probably. You know what? I'm just gonna dump the entire thing of pineapple juice, and then I'll find out later. I'm just dumping the entire thing of pineapple juice in there at this point. There's no need to hold back. Wait, I'm just dumping it in. But anyway, as far as this pot's concerned, look at it. It's looking better now than it did earlier, right? That's looking a lot better. I'll taste it later, but that's looking better now. Just need about 30 more minutes for the beef to soften. But this is looking a lot better. So yeah. This is what I like to call cooking magic right there. It looks bad when we first started, but now it's getting better. And that was a rice cooker. But anyway, that pot has about 36 minutes left. As far as I can tell, this has been an utter failure. I just dumped the rest of the pineapple juice in there and hoping for the best. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and I'll update you guys later what happens to this rock. That was a rice cooker. Oh yeah, there's still a huge delay. But anyway, so the pineapple rock is gonna go into the fridge with all the juices. Hopefully it'll be softened at some point in the week. Yes. I assume that thing's gonna be softened during the week. Turned to a diamond. Oh, you're probably not wrong. The Excalibur was stuck in not a rock. It was stuck in pineapple caramel, turned into a rock. It is very close to being that at this point. Okay. Let me see if I how many questions I can go through. I'm probably not going to be able to finish what's cooking in the pot before the stream ends, but we'll have that in the background. I wish you can hear the boiling right now, but I need the mic. So ramen toppings. What else? What other questions do we have? Dance tango with me. Diamond isn't big. Crazy diamond. Yes. It's a rock worthy of. It's a pineapple rock worthy being of a JoJo protagonist. That's what we made today. I have accidentally made a stand in a pot today. Is there a pineapple themed music group or song? I know there's a coconut song. It kind of goes like, nah, how did that go? There's a coconut song, but I don't know if there's a pineapple song. But whatever that is, that's what we made today. We did not make a pineapple cake. Well, we made one pineapple cake. The other pineapple cake is not a cake, but a stand. Dance tango with me. Yes, I will. I don't know how to dance, but yes, I will. And given enough practice, yes. Okay, that was pretty simple. Let's go. Let's see what else. Pineapple diamond. Make that into a meme, please. Someone draw that. It sounds hilarious. Let me see what the questions are before I continue. You know what? This next question seems actually relevant to the situation. So let's put that up. Oh, turn that off. I don't need that. We do not need that anymore. Oh, not that one. This one. We don't need this one. Are you happy with the decisions that led you to this moment? Other than the pineapple rock, I think we did fairly okay. The pineapple rock was unfortunate. That is my only. It's not a regret. Mistake? Lack of inexperience? I don't know how you want to say that, but it is my... It's good for laughs. It is good for laughs. So, on one hand, it's good for laughs. On the other hand, I need to figure out how to use it, otherwise I'm going to have to toss it out, and that's a shame. That's a shame. I don't like wasting food. Happy? Yes, I'm happy that we got some laughs out of that. Unhappy that I can't actually use it as it is. I'll have to figure something out. And I'll let you know what I figure out later, because we're not going to get done today. Next question. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Could end up in disaster. Alright, thank you for dropping by, Hollow. Thank you for the pineapple diamond memes. I definitely would not have come up with that. You know what? I think this is still relevant. I think this is still relevant. Let's do that one. Which one is this? Number 10. Let's do this one. Because I think it's still relevant to the situation at hand. Do you think humanity's speed at learning technology could end up in disaster? You know what? I think technology needs to figure out how to melt down a pineapple rock. Because apparently that thing is hard. And pineapple juice seems to be the only thing to work on it, because warm water certainly didn't. At least not the way we used it. Pineapple does belong on pizza. But we do need the technology to melt pineapple rock, at least. So no, we are... the only way it could end up in disaster if we melt the pineapple rock pizza, the pineapple rock, and everything around it. Then you could say it ends up in disaster. Otherwise, we're fine. We're fine otherwise. Okay. Seriously speaking, though, I don't know. This is a very deep and wide subject that could take a lot of time that we don't have right now. Though if someone would like to talk about this on a talk stream, we could probably try to think of stuff together, and I'm open for it. Just gotta find time for it and what we're actually gonna talk about. But yeah, that's a talk for another time. But for now, I just want something that can melt a pineapple rock. If you can do that, then we'll worry about everything else. Oh, I will answer this one. It's a little too big for the screen, so smaller. There we go. Do you like animals? Which one is your favorite from each class? So yes, I do like animals. Animals don't like me though. Dogs tend to bark at me, cats run away from me. But I do like animals, I don't mind them. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for animals. We're animals ourselves too. So we wouldn't be here if it weren't for animals. Mammals. I like rabbits. I'm obsessed with rabbits. I have a friend that's been posting their bunny pictures ever since they got them. And I am in love with those rabbits. I wish I had rabbits. I would have rabbits if I was confident that they would be okay by themselves when I'm out of work, or like away to work. But as it stands, I don't feel like an apartment is a good place to have rabbits. I feel like they need a bigger place, like a house or something. But yes, I do like rabbits. Birds. I don't have any favorite bird in particular. Eagle, maybe. I used to wear a bunch of eagle-themed printwear before, so maybe eagle. I don't know. That's just out there. Fish. Yes, we're back. Thank you guys. So, Mike down at fish. Yes, so milkfish. I like milkfish. I'm gonna give a shout out to milkfish. It is nice to eat. It is nice to cook it in soup. It is nice to fry it. It is nice to stuff it. Let me just get you a picture of what this guy looks like so that you know what to look for and try. Where is it? Image. There are so many stuff here. This is a milkfish. If you have not tried this before, this is good eating. Or at least I think I like it. So in the Philippines, it's called bangus. It's called bangus. But everywhere else, it's called a milkfish. So this is like a bony fish. So be careful of that. It's got like a lot of tiny little bones, but it is good once you get past those bones. It's like flaky, but it doesn't have the same texture as like a salmon. It's more like a soft flaky fish. And the best part of this fish is the belly. The belly is the best part of this. It's like really fatty. Most fish don't have that fat on them. This one does. And it is like the best thing ever, especially fried. So I like this fish. Yeah. So that's it for fish. Reptiles. On the whole, I don't really like reptiles. I'll be honest, I really don't like reptiles in the whole. But if we're talking monster girls, lamia, snakes, I'm okay with those. I'm okay with lamia. Yeah. I like lamia. So if we're talking monster girls as reptiles, yes, lamia. I'll stick by it. Arthropods. I would say spiders just because Kaiku is here, but I'm not gonna say spiders just because Kaiku is here. But on the other hand, I don't really have anything any arthropods I like. Maybe praying mantis, because they look cool. Praying mantis look cool. I like praying mantis look cool. So there's that. The only thing I don't like about praying mantis is they kind of eat their mates. The females eat their mates. That's kind of scary. I wouldn't want to be a male praying mantis. That would be bad. But other than that, praying mantis look cool though. Other than that, amphibians. I know a lot of people like axolotls. It kind of looks like a salamander, but not. It has the little frayed gills or whatever, what have you. A lot of people like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to say a frog. If I have to say a specific frog, it's probably gonna be like a poison dart frog. They do if they're hungry. Good to know. I still wouldn't want to be a male praying mantis though. I would not. So poison dart frog look cool, but obviously they're not safe to be around. For good reason. Yeah. But yeah, as far as animals go, those are my favorites. Those are my favorites. Let me see what else we got here. Okay, this is the last question. There's the last question I can answer. So let's go for that. I'm gonna close the fish here. Fish is done. Nope. Oh, it's this one, I see. So there's the last question I can answer. I will try to answer them on Curious. The others I'm not gonna get to here on Curious Cat. But on stream anyway. This is the last question I will answer. If you could erase a flavor from existence, which one would it be? None of them. I do not want to erase any flavors from existence because they are there for a reason. Sweet, a lot of people like sweet, so why would you want to get rid of that? Spicy, Spicy is life. Why would you want to get rid of that? Salty, you need salt. You kind of need salt to live anyway. So why would you want to get rid of that sensation? That salty feeling is great. Sour, I like sour. I love sour. Sour is great. Sour adds an extra depth of flavor if you use it right. And if I do a cooking stream on one of the recipes I like to do, then I will show you a flavor of sour that you can try for yourself. And then there is bitter. I know a lot of people don't like bitter. I don't either. That would probably be their first instinct to get rid of. But you know what? Bitter is there for a reason. Bitterness in coffee, bitterness in tea, bitterness in bitter gourds. My least favorite vegetable. But the bitterness is just telling you, hey, this is actually really good in certain nutrients and also possibly protecting itself from whatever might eat it, but we eat it anyway. But yeah, I would not get rid of that. Umami is not an illusion. I don't think umami is an illusion. So let's just go a little bit into umami. Umami is what? Glutamic acid. It is the glutamic acid found in some mushrooms. Bonito is another one of them. Some seaweeds have it. It's hard to describe what that flavor is. Probably the best and closest way you can describe it is a mellow flavor. I want to say it's a mellow flavor, but it's not really. It's very hard to describe. Get some MSG, seriously. Find some MSG. That is your umami. That is pure umami. It doesn't have all the extras. It doesn't have all the extra flavors you would get from kelp or bonito or all that other stuff. But at the very least, you can get it from MSG, which is just pure glutamic acid salt. Anyway, but yeah, umami is not an illusion. I don't think it's an illusion. But as far as questions go, I think that is all I can answer on stream. There is still 17 minutes left on the pot. I'm debating whether or not to like let that 17 minutes end so we can at least get something plated before we end stream. Do you add MSG to your ramen? I personally do not add MSG to my ramen because I don't have MSG with me. Though the next time I go to the Asian store, I think I will try to grab some because there was one point when I was cooking, or at least learning to cook, that I felt MSG was sort of like cheating when you cook, as it makes everything taste a lot better. But you can overuse it. I do technically have MSG in the form of hondashi, the not really powdered, but this stuff. I have this. It technically has MSG in it. So, I guess in a way I do use it, but I don't actually use this as much as you would think. Mainly because this has a fishy aftertaste and it doesn't work well with everything. So you know what? I might actually add it to the pot here, after tasting it. But yeah, I don't use this that much. I only use it when I make like simple soup stocks for udon and stuff. But I should use this more often because I still have like, holy crap, how much? I still have like a pound of this stuff in the freezer. And it's been there for like 2 years now. Yeah, I don't go through a lot of them. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But we still got 15 minutes. What can we... Do you guys have any questions for me right now in chat that we can burn 15 minutes on? So that I can actually plate something and we can close this out on a good note. and not have to worry about the pineapple rock anymore. We still have the cupcakes. I probably should have popped the cupcakes out of the molds, but yeah, there is that. Oh yeah, water. But if we did anything good today, we did this okay. It doesn't look like much since it doesn't have the frosting and stuff on there. But let's see, let's check it out. It's kind of thick. I'm thinking it's the pineapple that has some thickness in there. So just imagine, guys, that you're actually biting into this. Donate pineapple rock to museums that you found it falling from the sky. Yeah, but here's our pineapple cupcake. It is quite bouncy and firm. Well, not firm, but bouncy. See that? See that? It's got a little bouncy. Let's see what flavor it's like. It's not bad. It's not bad. If I had to change something about the recipe, I'd probably add more sugar. Oddly enough, it doesn't taste like it's sweet enough. Maybe like 50 grams extra sugar would be good. Between 25 and 50. It's not, I know it's not a whole lot, but you don't need a whole lot. The pineapple flavor though is a little bit subdued. Probably because we didn't use all the pineapple juice. But you know what? You don't need icing on this thing. You really don't. It's fine just the way it is. This is fine just the way it is. You do not need icing. You do not need icing. Guys, why do you put icing on all your cakes? You don't need icing. That's actually good. Yeah, good luck with that Pokemon gym ring, girl. Good luck with that. Okay, we still got 12 minutes left. What do we? What do you want? What should we talk about? 12 minutes. What should we talk about? I'm gonna do tasting of the. I'm gonna do tasting of the beef in about 12 minutes. But what should we talk about for the next 12 minutes? I'm just not a fan of icing. Thick icing. I should clarify. Thick icing I do not like. Whipped cream icing or sugar icing is good, actually. Those are good, but not the buttercream. As good as buttercream might be, there's just too much of it. There's too much of it. All right, so moving to this side. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, Doc. Hopefully this will be the last time that we have to do this. Hopefully this is the last time we have to reset the mic. Oh, excuse me. Okay, rewind. Let's rewind. So pots, pans, I'd said rice cooker. Rice cooker is very helpful. It doesn't cook just white rice. You can also do brown rice and also other different rice. Yes, you can also use a pot. But you know what? I don't like monitoring the pot to get just the perfect amount, the perfect rice. The rice cooker is there to help you make things easier on you while you're cooking other things. So rice cooker is good. Rice cooker is good. Should get a rice cooker. It doesn't have to be something fancy like one of those Japanese rice cookers like I have. You can just get a normal rice cooker. It just works, you know. It just works. Stand mixer is good for meringue and like bread batter, but I would not use it on a regular basis just because it's heavy. And if I had the counter space to put it, the stand mixer, then I would probably use it more often. But I have to carry it from down below, and it's like 10-15 pounds. Probably not that heavy, but it feels that heavy. And it's just bulky as heck, so no. It's helpful, but I don't use it that often. Hand mixer is good. It helps. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. Mixing by hand without a hand mixer is a pain in the butt, so hand mixer at the very least is nice. What else? Pots and pans for baking. Pans for baking. There's too many pans for baking, too many molds. Too many molds for different purposes, too many cookie cutters for different purposes. Cookie cutters are nice if you want everything to be perfect, but if you don't care about that, get some knife skills. Learn some knife skills. Probably one of the better ways to use knives. I don't know. Speaking of knives though, I want to show a fancy knife. I'm going to show a fancy knife while we're at this. Let's move over here. I want to show off the fancy knife, just because. So, here is a fancy knife that I have. Okay. I need to zoom out a little bit. So here is a fancy knife. There's the box. I keep it in the box when I don't use it. This is a carbon steel knife. This is not stainless steel. So I do have to sharpen this once in a while. I have not had to sharpen it yet, but this cuts very, very well. This cuts very well. The only thing with carbon steel knives is you have to oil them. As you can see probably from the camera, there's a little bit of discoloration in the metal. That's from use, and you will get discoloration from use. Now, if you want your knives to be looking shiny all the time, get a stainless steel knife, but it guaranteed stainless steel knives are not easy to sharpen. Carbon steel knives, a lot easier to sharpen. And I do have a whetstone for this. I haven't had to use it yet, but because I reserve this for good meats that I need precise cutting for. Otherwise, I just use a normal stainless steel knife from like the dollar store or something, which works just fine. But this I reserve for specialty stuff I need to be very careful for. But carbon steel knife, sharpen it, take care of it, oil it when you're done. Do not leave it in water, it will rust. But I like this knife. I like this knife. That's my fancy knife. Be careful with the fancy knife though. Because it is carbon steel, it will chip a little bit easier. So take care of it. Take care of it like you would a small child. There we go. That's my fancy knife. Got about 5 minutes left on this cooking. I think I can go ahead and taste it. The cooking part is just going to be mainly for the meat to tenderize. Hopefully the meat's tenderized for the most part right now. Yeah. Oiling after washing is important. Dry it and then oil it. Dry it and then oil it. That's very important. All right, I think this is almost done. Let me taste it. Lots of wet sounds. I'm not a fan of wet sounds in ASMR, but this wet sound is fine. This wet sound is fine. Alright, let's mix this up a little bit. It looks cooked for the most part. The meat might be a little tough still. Let's see. A little spicy. You would think all that stuff I put in there was super spicy, but it's not. Need some salt though. So I'm gonna add some of this. I'm gonna add some of this to the mix. We're gonna add some MSG. I'm gonna add some MSG bonito flake things. Probably that much. This should be good enough for the pot. This should be good enough. I could use some normal salt, but I want a little extra in there right now. So I'm not gonna add more than that. No more than that. Okay, so the last test. The last test is gonna be how tender. Excuse me. Spice is getting to my throat. The last test is going to be how tender this meat is. Got our meat to test right here. I'm going to give it, let's see if, I don't think I can focus any better than this right now, but let's give this a taste. Oh! Ha 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 ha. It's hot. Not spicy hot, but hot, temperature hot. I think it's done though. I think it's done. All right, we're gonna take that off the heat. Well, I'm gonna turn the heat down, but I'm just gonna let this cook some more. Ha ha ha, yeah. Ha ha. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Okay, I need to get some rice, then plate, and then we'll call it done. I feel like I could go for like at least 10 more minutes on the stove, but because I feel like some of the connective tissue is still not quite done, but the outside is definitely done. Okay, we're plating, and that's gonna keep. I'm gonna keep that on the stove for a while. All right, so here's my bowl, and we'll just get a handful of this. Not too much. I want a good balance of meat and rice in there. All right, and that is it. That is the stream. That is a stream. Yeah, cooking VTuber is very hard to do. I have seen other VTubers cook, but definitely not like this because of camera issues. And I have to work some stuff out anyway. I'm gonna have to work some stuff out anyway if I'm gonna do this again. I do want to do this again, it's just I need to work some technical issues, especially the mic. The mic keeps cutting out every 13 to 14 minutes. But yeah, so that is a stream right now. Ha! You want this? You want this? Here, okay, here, you can have this. You can have this. Yes. That's some rice, some beef, some broccoli. The broccoli is gonna turn to mush now. And spicy. It's spicy, so if you're not good with spice, use a different sauce. Use a different sauce from what I did. But yeah. Other than audio issues and the pineapple rock, which we will not show again. If you want to see the pineapple rock, go back to the stream, and you will find the pineapple rock. But I'm not gonna bring it out again. That is dead to me right now. The pineapple rock is dead to me. But we made some kind of beef dish. I don't even know what this is. I just put stuff together. And pineapple cupcakes, which actually worked fairly well. It could use some tweaking, but it worked fairly well. Other than that, I think we're done for today. And thank you guys for all your daily pineapple rock updates on Twitter. I'll let you know if that's going to be the case at the end of the day. I'll check on it at the end of the day, and then if it's still a rock, I will update you until it's no longer a rock and tell you what happened to it at the very end. Do I toss it out? Do I use it for something, or do I leave it, or does it stay as a rock forever in the fridge? No, I can't let it stay as a rock forever in the fridge. I need to get rid of it somehow. Either I eat it or toss it somewhere. Anyway, but yes, that's the stream for today. Thank you for joining me. This ran a bit longer than I expected, but this is why we start cooking early. We start early for cooking because it can take a while, especially if you're not in a restaurant setting and you're doing everything from almost scratch. But yeah, so thank you everyone. Otsuruka. I don't really use that. I don't really use that Otsuruka thing as much, but I probably should start using it. Eat the pineapple. When it softens up, we can eat the pineapple rock, but not before. Not before. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. The next stream, I'm gonna have to figure out what the next stream is. The only stream I know that's oh, right. So two streams I can announce. The rest I'm gonna have to put a schedule on Twitter later. So Saturday, I thought I was done with the mic cut. All right, but next Sunday. So next Sunday we also have. I'm gonna be part of a collab with Cremini, Salty Businessman, and Tribs. I'm gonna be a collab with those three. Phasmophobia next Sunday at 7 p.m. Central. Hope you will catch us then. Other than the Atelier stream and the Phasmophobia stream for next weekend, still got to figure that out. I do want to leave some time for myself to work on other things. So I might have a stream on Wednesday, but what that is, I will announce it when I figure out what to do. Other than that, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining me in the stream, and Otsuruka. See you later. Crap, where's that button? Over here.